Good evening and very well welcome to our Friday night Kids Voice Box. You got me, Dan.
And Oliver.
And late apologies from Ben and Jaden. So the camera angle is a bit messed up, but we do have Mal here in the studio with us tonight. Do you want to say hi, Mal?
Hi, Mal. There we go, yeah.
Good of you to finish off the week, eh?
Yes. Do you want to start off with the red cards, lads?
Wayne.
Of course, Wayne once again.
There's an extra one there if you want it. Look,
Oh yeah. For me, just in the studio, me being a referee.
Oh. There you go, Wayne.
I don't know.
There we go. Right.
Don't even have to start it. Don't even
Okay.
give me that look.
We know what we're going to start, don't we? We've had to
Yeah.
start this. Now, if Ben had been here as well, he'd been right onto it as well.
Yeah.
There we go. Am I knocking the camera? Are we all still on?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, we're still on the camera, man.
There we go. It wasn't nerves. It wasn't a lad shaking. It was just me knocking the camera.
Not nervous
Apologies.
on this anymore.
Okay.
I've been doing it for 3
I'll
years.
start off with what we've got here, and I was looking on the page of Sky Sports. Now, it's been all over Merseyside, and now there's no need to be ashamed as you being a Blue, because no one expected it. It's come out the blue, actually, hasn't it, today?
Yeah.
And what it is, it's a breach of Premier League profit and sustainability rule breach
Yeah.
from the Premier League, obviously, and the charge is related to interest payments on the cost of building the new stadium,
Bromley Dogs.
right? So,
What a class stadium it is, though.
well,
That's all I'm gonna
is
say.
it worth it, right? Because we know Everton are appealing this unjust decision. That's
Yeah.
what they're calling it, which is fantastic. And I'm sure, you know, most of the red half will be on Everton's side as well, because everyone's bringing
I've
it in.
heard Jim Carragher obviously
Yeah.
saying he's backing Everton up as well,
Yeah,
and he doesn't deserve it. It's a harsh penalty. People who I was listening to on the radio coming over from where I live saying they disagree with it as well. So,
well, to be honest,
I think it's a harsh penalty with a club being never
Well-
been relegated from the Premier League to receive the biggest deduction they've ever had.
well, yeah,
since
but
the
it's the
league was
profit and
created.
sustainability. And what's got me today is a little bit baffling. It's related to the cost of the building the new stadium.
Even though you have to have planning permission, and they would have told the Premier League,
Yeah,
and they wouldn't have built a new stadium if the Premier League didn't say that.
but here's one from the accountant who's just like you. He's a mad Evertonian. He sent me a message
There we
today, and he's put on there 19 million over the limit for losses. This is a chartered accountant, right? So he's done all his homework, like many of us haven't
Which
done
I
the
don't do.
homework, which he's done, right? And it's Tossin, whoever you call him, cost 27 million pounds and went for nothing. So he says, thanks very much, Big Sam. Right? So for Evertonians, there you go. It's another argument, and we just put that out. This is a chartered accountant who's worked all the losses out of it, 19 million. This is what they're talking about. Now, I'm sure if it's only 19 million in football terms, then surely Everton could have got this some other way. I don't know, and paid it off. I don't know. See,
Well,
we're a little bit baffled how all this
Yeah,
works.
and then with ownership swapping over from Farhad Mashori to 777, that's going to put a lot of pressure on the new owners as well. If obviously they come in and take over,
Yeah.
who've just watched their new club, they've taken a 10-point deduction. I'm not happy about it. Other Evertonians aren't happy about it. Other people think it's harsh.
Yeah, because I think it's what I've just read out there. It's baffling. That's off the Sky Sports website and off my chartered accountant. So he is a very, very good accountant. So he knows what he's talking about. Obviously, he's professional.
Yeah.
There you go. So he understands all this. I don't know. I think the majority of us are football fans, and we don't know the rules, regulations behind what's going on. All we're saying, the fair play league rules. I think that is Man City and Chelsea, and Everton are still involved in that.
Yeah.
So is this telling me that the fair play has got to come into it as well yet?
I know, yeah. Obviously, saying those two teams there, Manchester City and Chelsea, Man City have been pulled up for 115 counts of financial fair play,
Correct, yeah.
and Everton came up with one, which was for building a property in the club.
Yeah.
So I feel like City should be punished as well, and I think they should have been brought up in the same hearing.
Well, I think we're going to hear a lot more behind the
We will,
scenes, aren't we?
yeah.
Because
With this now, there'll probably be a couple of people
there
having
will be,
massive
like the
arguments.
accountant, they're all digging now,
Yeah,
aren't
there'll be massive arguments about it all.
Yeah.
Fans are going out arguing with other fans of clubs, going to other clubs saying, why haven't you been punished for it?
Yeah.
We've had one account and you've had 115. Where's your punishment?
So I was looking at the league table, and it's taking Everton now, second from bottom,
19.
joint points with Burnley.
It's alright. I've seen us there before. We've came out of it 2 seasons in a row now.
Yeah,
Let's make it the third.
and thankfully, it's come early in the season when Everton are
Yeah.
fit form.
Not 30. Not 30.
No, and I
Match
think
30.
that's why they've done it. They've done it.
You waited till
they've
this
waited,
season.
thinking, hang on, they're on a good run, so maybe they can get out of it themselves. Because if Everton went on that rut at the start, and we're given that
I'm telling you
10-point
now,
deduction,
give us some away games down in London, we'll get our points back.
well, yeah, you're playing very, very well. You know,
No, we've had
and you've
Crystal
got
Palace.
Again, no, you've got Liverpool to thank, because since you played us in the derby, you've really come on strongly.
Yeah.
And I think that goes for a lot of teams. Every team that seems to play us lift the game.
Do you know what we should do though? If we win the Carabao Cup, we earn some money for the club.
Oh, there you go.
Pay it back.
Yeah, you're in the Carabao Cup as well. So
Yeah.
you know we've got to look at.
Come on.
You've got to look on the bright side.
We
And
beat Fulham, we go to Wembley.
And
I'm going to get a ticket.
we're talking
If we
Wembley,
go.
but listen, the Premier League fixtures are being kind to you because your next game is Manchester United at home. So there's another 3 points. So
Is it?
You're on 7 points now.
Is it?
Yeah, there you go. So what have you got
Is
to
it?
worry about? Come on.
Is it?
They're going through a bit of turmoil at the moment, and Everton,
True.
if you put the two of them together there, I think the form team against that
Do you
match.
know where I'm calling for it? Abdullah Decore masterclass once again.
Well, that's what you need.
Scoring
You
3 passes on Brian.
need- You need a
Take him off
masterclass
the
this
fantasy
Sunday
team.
to well, it's not this Sunday. It's when is it? Next Sunday? Week Sunday?
I think, yeah, international break, isn't it?
Yeah, and then
So tonight.
right. we've
Tonight
got-
is England, and then I think they have another game.
yeah,
Back
is
to
it
the Premier
Saturday or
League
Sunday?
football.
I'm not too sure, but anyway, there you go.
Monday night's the next game, and I think they'll be back for the Sunday fixtures.
Are we sure? Haven't England got 2 fixtures?
Yeah, tonight,
Yeah,
and I think in a couple of days.
that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
there'll be no Premier League fixtures.
Not this Sunday, but the Sunday after.
Yeah. So that's where we're going for, and we think.
Come on, man, you're confusing us
No,
here.
you're confusing me because I thought you said
You're
they're going to
confusing me.
the
I don't
Premier League
know
was back
the
on
time.
Monday, but it's not. It's England, isn't it? 2 games, and do you know what? Again, I haven't got a clue who England are playing. Do you know why?
Malta.
Well, there we go. Well, what's it going to be? 8-0.
Score predictions?
Yeah, it's not like that.
7.
9.
Nil.
No.
See, I'm going 8. I'm just
7,
going
8,
8.
and 9.
And this is what the Premier League stops for. And I think to me, you know, you could put a B team out, couldn't you, against Malta?
Or what you could do is play all your games at once with your country, then just have one continuous run of the Premier League.
It just affects, it gets the, you know, what a Premier League we've got at the moment. Everyone's battling at the bottom, everyone's battling at the top. And it's great,
I mean,
everyone seems to be
Before
beating each
Everton's
other.
point deduction, we were closer to the champion, to European football than we was to relegation.
Well, what we've got to look at as well.
One financial breach, it all changes.
Yeah, but let's put, you know, the manager there, Dyche will be getting those players in and go, forget what's gone on there, right?
Fight
Let
for
them
it.
fight for it. We're doing our same thing on the pitch here, and we stay up, no one can do a thing about it. And my honest opinion, there's no way Everton are going to go down to
No.
what I've witnessed at the bottom of the table there,
No.
and the teams. You know, and you can see the
Of course
strength
not.
in depth now.
Yeah.
And Dyche's got them moving,
Dyche has got a plan.
And he's got players coming
He's
back.
got something there.
you know, and you can say, Mal, you're the red, but at the end of the day, I'm fair. I'm
Yeah.
fair, and I look at players the way they are, and if it was Liverpool players diving and giving penalties away, I'd really run them down the same as I would with Everton.
Eze,
And
when we played Crystal Palace last week, Eze, he got yellow card for diving.
there you go, and it was, you know, that was
It
great.
was.
It was nice to see. It was nice to see. And
And I love to see
VAR,
now, I've seen loads of videos, different videos from the Premier League season of all the VAR talks and how they processed it after obviously the PGMOL incident and all this with
but did you see the
Liverpool
VAR
Spurs.
goal there?
Which
Everton were
one?
given the offside.
Which one?
It could have been given offside, but it was very, very
To
close.
who?
On what are we in now? Because we get baffled now with
So on the Crystal Palace match?
yeah, the Palace match. Your first goal, wasn't it?
Make a line out.
Yeah, when it was
No.
just. I think looking at that.
Ball was played backwards.
I don't know. But then you look at Liverpool's the other day, and I still couldn't make head or tail. That should have been given to the
which one?
forward on the first goal. Nunes.
Nunes, yeah.
The
Yeah.
first, I'm going, oh my God, come
yeah.
on.
Is this got to be? And what? How did he score it over a kick?
But as they say, it's how they draw that line. They could put it that way if they wanted to.
But they always put it that way.
Yeah, but then it wasn't decisive. I just couldn't.
Yeah,
You've got to look at these things.
Lewis Dunk as well a couple of weeks ago. If it was from a different angle, he was onside.
Correct.
The angle they chose, offside.
Yeah, like the ball being out as well. They're showing a different angle.
I hated that one. Because there's a couple lead up to them.
Do you know the way they could solve that? Right? If more than half the ball is out, then it's out. It's out. It has to be. Forget it. You know what I mean? It's gone over.
But any ball, or any part of the ball reaches over the edge of the white line.
It used to be. It used to be years ago. But then they changed it and think, oh yeah, it's got to be all the ball. And when you're looking, that ball is just touching and most of the ball's over.
Liverpool
That's
City
out.
match a couple of years ago as well. 11 millimetres you was from losing the Carabao Cup and you just lost it because of John Stones' goal line clearance.
Yeah. And I think we all looked at that and that could have been well given as a goal.
Yeah.
We all know that.
I think
To me, I just think
obviously refereeing.
they need to look at those decisions. They need to look.
Like a centre, if it goes, the whole ball goes past the goal line, they can buzz on the watch or whatever.
Yeah, but if
Do
more
they
than
feel
half
the
the
buzz?
ball's over, give it. It's there. It's a goal, and that would just solve everything. My honest opinion,
Yeah.
it really would. And the ball out, you know.
But then if that happened to you and you conceded 5 goals for half the ball being offside,
There's not.
we'll just be saying stuff.
No,
I
have a
think
look at the
would.
game. Just how many times that ball does that.
Exactly.
It doesn't do it very often, so they haven't got it all day to do those decisions. Not like your penalties when they're dragging and pulling each other in the box, and a referee can give a decision how it feels like. Because if you look in the box on a game on a corner, every player seems to drag each other, regardless. So it should be a penalty every time a corner comes in, not just the one. Like the City goal, and they scored that, they were both tugging each other. Haaland, he was tugging him first, and then you're thinking...
Chilwell was tugging about, or whoever it was, they were both tugging each other.
So why
was
was
it... way.
There you go. But that happens on every corner.
What I got told, if you was really much down, give it to the defending team.
That's it, just do it.
Give it a free kick to
Let's do
Chelsea.
it properly, let's get the game flowing.
Cole Palmer.
Well, look how long this VAR has taken as well. You're thinking, oh no. You can't celebrate a goal. It's taken all the excitement out of football, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It really has, and to me, I like to, you know, as soon as the goal goes in now, I'm just sitting there going, what are they going to do here?
Are they going to check for a foul?
Yeah.
Out of play, offside, disciplinary?
Yeah, because you just got to wait and just think, and then when it's given, you've missed your celebration. You have you go, hey, you know, because you go, oh no, what are they going to disallow for?
Yeah.
And that's what you're thinking all the time. The excitement's gone, let's bring the excitement back. And I think we'll have to have a campaign here on young commentators, bring the excitement back, let the ball play, you know, don't stop it, let the game flow.
What I've always been told, do you know when they say go to the ball?
Yeah.
The ball does all the work for you naturally. They tell you go to the ball, but the ball does all the work. So you're meant to go to the ball, you let the ball do the work. Who knows? It baffles me every time.
Yeah.
Every time I hear either side. First off, let the ball do the work. Second off, you've got to come to the ball. You just told me to let the ball do the work.
Well, there you go. Anyway, let's go back to this decision. I'd like to know who's on the panel
For who?
making these decisions.
Which decisions?
The 10-point deduction. Who has made that?
Definitely Liverpool fans.
Well, no,
No,
you wouldn't get that, would you?
No.
No. Is it the VAR team? I don't know what's happening, you know what I mean? We've got to wait and see what now the appeal brings. But you know what you know,
How long
it's
will
the
this
same.
appeal take?
Do you know if a football team goes into an appeal to your local county FA junior team, my honest opinion, the percentage of them coming out winning is nil.
Nothing gets overturned, does it?
No. Now, with these your local
Unless you have
county
so much
FAs,
evidence.
now correct me if I'm wrong, everyone, but I'd love to see the figures on appeals. I'd love to see, because when you do appeal, do you know it doubles? They can double, so I'd like to know if they appeal
What do you mean if it
and
doubles?
lose it again, you know, they have to pay so much money to put an appeal in. So the consequences are, they get charged for putting an appeal in, right?
And then they lose
It
the
goes
appeal, they get
extra.
charged more.
They get charged more. So I don't know whether they'll give more point deduction if they lose the appeal. What are the consequences? That's what I'd like to know.
Well, for this season, local grassroots leagues, any abuse to referees, any abuse off the pitch, could go to put deductions for your team.
Well, I put out, right, and Dan, as you as a referee, this is great. Listen, when a manager, a coach goes in and he's accused of abuse or he's something like that, that's great. A referee can put a report in.
Yeah.
And he puts the report in to the county
You have to
FA.
report it if you don't hear it or
Yeah.
if you do hear it.
So when that appeal is made, the referee may not hear anything about it, what it is, the consequences could be to the team. So all I want is the stats, right? Because they must have the stats on how many cases are won, how many go towards the referee, and how many go towards
The club's
a
manager.
club, the manager. Because if there's none that goes towards the manager of a club, does that mean that the managers are always the liars in the appeals?
You don't know, because there's always
Because
two
if
sides.
the referee,
There's two sides to every story.
yeah, and the stats should come out. You've got to place stats wherever it is, because if a team gets fined, then the FAs, the county FAs, have got to put their stats down and say how much that this fine was, right, and how much they've fined a team or teams or leagues or whatever it is, how much, because they have to turn around and say what they're giving back to grassroots football and what the cost of those fines are going on. Now don't forget, these teams are not professionals. These teams are all together as parents and as volunteers. So when they get fined, the parents get fined for a breach of whatever rule it is. Don't get me wrong, if they're proven and it is a case of verbal abuse or aggressive behaviour, great, fantastic, take the action.
Yeah.
But is every
I mean,
case that goes in proven?
Nope. As I
Or-
said, two sides to every story.
So really, it'd be
They
nice.
hear one side, they hear the other, they don't listen to one
Yeah,
of them.
and I think it'd be good for the referees to know, well, how many cases the referees won and how many cases of the managers and the coaches have won. The stats should turn around and say, well, the club's won this, the referees have won these. So they should disclose them, and that is only fair, and that will make everyone happy just to say, well, yeah, because if grassroots football is that bad, and you've got 300, 500, 1,000 referees putting reports in, and 1,000 clubs are guilty, then to me, I think grassroots football should be just taken out, because that means that young referees are being thrown to the lion's den.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. That really is. It's only my opinion. But you see where I'm coming from, the stats.
Yeah.
Something's wrong, so how do we cure it?
How do we know what's going wrong?
And how do we know what's going wrong? Who makes the decisions again? And this is all coming from appeals. Like Everton have put in an appeal. And again, because teams are putting in an
Liverpool put in
appeal,
an appeal for the Tottenham match as well.
yeah, and it goes higher if
you
they
don't
lose.
see what they do, yeah.
It goes higher. So they lose, they pay more, or the consequences are even worse. So this is what we want to see, stats, and what Everton are going to face if they lose the appeal. That's what I'd like to
We'll
see.
face more.
And the same as grassroots
It'll be
football.
more point deduction, I think it will go to.
Well, is that a worry for the Everton fans?
Yeah.
Well, that would be them, because any more points, they can't keep fighting back.
I'd
Because
say
don't-
it'd be a worry to the City because if the City, if they go down a league, the City will get less money, meaning there'll be less tourism and all
Yeah,
that.
correct. And that does happen.
It affects everything. It
Yeah.
affects
Yeah.
the economy, affects everything.
Yeah.
Affects towns, cities.
It
In
does,
local
and
areas.
you wouldn't think, without these teams, the revenue to come towards the city would be a massive loss, because they are bringing it in every single week, aren't they, when the season starts. So it's something to look at, and it's always good. And I'm sure you'll get Liverpool backing Everton, because they
Yeah.
are coming out and
As it
Yeah.
saying that, if not football related, anything to do with the city, there's two clubs in it. It's
Yeah.
one city in total.
correct.
They all work together in certain situations.
You'll always have the banter, like we're
Yeah.
having banter here tonight.
Yeah.
But
Well,
at the end of the day, we're not the experts. The experts have got to sit and sort that out for the fans' sake.
review the appeals, make all the decisions,
Yeah.
and then
What are
deliver
the,
it.
and you'd like to know the consequences if they do appeal,
Yeah.
because that is a massive worry. If the
I'm
point
just
system-
waiting, obviously you said it for the stadium, I'm just waiting to see what the financial fair play is for Manchester City and Chelsea too.
Al, have you got anything to say before we go in? Anything that's nice that you're looking forward to, or anything?
Definitely not school.
No, I think I've got tests next week.
Certainly
So-
not school.
No, certainly not. The revision guides went out already. It's
I hate it.
scary. GCSEs.
I had to do a 45-minute assessment today.
Yeah,
Last
same.
lesson on a Friday.
Yeah, same in English.
English.
Yeah.
In spectacles by any chance?
No,
No.
Macbeth. I've got to do a full.
I've got
I'd
a
do
Star
a-
Macbeth.
Got to do a full play question. If you're doing AQA,
Yeah,
yeah, no.
a high
You
paper.
want, there's some high paper on English.
Oh yeah.
Just
See, this is why I don't pay attention in school, even though I should.
mm,
Well, yeah, you'll learn a lot. But where are you next Thursday then, Dan?
I am at Hotel Anfield at 7 o'clock. Well, 6:30, probably get there early.
It
Get
could be
ready
you
to go.
doing all the interviews, couldn't it? Unless Ben's coming along.
Yeah, hopefully we'll bring his machine just in
Well,
case.
well, even if you couldn't, the two of you could work
Go
together
round,
as a
yeah.
team, couldn't you?
And I can take it home, plug
Yeah.
it into my laptop, do all I need to do with the techie business.
Yeah, because you've been practicing, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's working. And you're all confident?
Yeah.
Right, well, what we'll do is start
Do
emailing
you know what I
each
do?
other.
Do you know what I know what to do?
Go on,
Start it and stop it.
but not record it.
You know what I mean?
Start and stop, you've got to record. But you can also pause it, you know.
Yeah, you can pause your recording, yeah.
Yeah, when you pause it and then you carry on, and that saves a lot of editing. It's very clever. So if someone wants to sneeze, pause it, and then get right back onto it and just press play.
Yeah.
Or record. Okay, who's finishing the show off?
Go on, Oliver.
well, good evening from me, Oliver,
Dan.
and Man.
And we give our red cards out,
Yeah, we
and
are.
we give the apologies
Shall we
out.
give it again?
Well,
We'll give it again.
go on, do it again. Come on.
Wayne.
There you go, Wayne. Yeah, he should be there on Wednesday.
Should he?
The Thursday, should I say?
He better
So
not
we
be.
collared him.
I'll bring me cards just in case.
Yeah, yeah,
And if
yeah.
it turns up and goes away, I'll give him a yellow.
Oh, happy days. We can
Happy.
carry them forward then to the
Yeah.
to the following Friday, and then you can, if you're there, you can
Yeah.
tell everyone what it was like. We'll put the recordings on as well over the week.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's been brilliant having you in the show, lads.
you.
I'll be back again tomorrow, but it's all about a Hotel Anfield tomorrow, so we want to try and get a lot more people there.
Yeah, of course we do.
It's going to be a fantastic night.
Yeah.
Thanks, lads. We'll see
Thank you, Mal.
next Friday.
Good night, God bless.
all night.
Oh yeah.
So from myself, Maldy and all the team here at the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, Respect Programme, Hearts of Gold, Dan and Oliver, we wish you a very good evening. Put your feet up, relax, and have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. No wine, not loud. Good night, God bless.